Look at that dirt, Phoebe. Look at all this. This actually looks pretty good compared to what it looked like last year. It was nothing but clay last year. We did add stuff to it. We added some compost and some soil, and we tilled in a lot of our end of season organic matter. So still out. Go down there.
I say with the material, we bump that up one notch.
Yeah.
And leave this one there so that it's like warmest, less warm.
Yeah. No, because they're still so tiny, they need to be able to get under.
You know.
Last one, turkey. I was being smart. I guess there's a little bit of waste with this. Here's our plants. There's not mold on top of those plants or on top of the soil. We started demolishing. We started doing demolition work. I gotta see. Started doing demolition work in our master bedroom. You know, I said that I was gonna put it in there because by the time they were ready to go out, then we would start on that. But we did not. We went ahead and started on it because we have a crack a beginning crack in our hallway bathtub. So we want to hurry up and get the bathroom and the master done so that we have that bathtub. Right now we're just gonna epoxy it. Still, we don't want that. So anyway, I just put up a sweat. Steven is on the tractor with Phoebe. I put him in charge of taking care of her while I did this. He was gonna help me do this, but she needs time to play with her dad, and I just need time to do something by myself. So, and not chase her around, so that I can feel kind of helpful and useful in this season. So, a lot of my plants actually need to be potted up or either go out in the soil. However, our garden area is not quite ready. It's in the beginning stages. I've got some footage of that, but we want to put another layer of topsoil down that we have. And then also I have we have the stuff for our raised beds that we need to get started on too. I'm gonna try to do some of that here soon. I really need to get that cut up. It's gonna rain for the rest of the week into next week. I'm not even sure, like, for sure how long. I might just see about getting the wood moved under the carport and try to cut it up on days that I can get somebody to come out and play with Phoebe while I'm cutting boards, depending on Steven's work schedule. It is an awkward time too, because He is getting off early, but we are trying to catch up on so much stuff that it's kind of making decisions on what we need to do first. So I bought these, our black shelving unit did not come with casters. Let me raise this up here. So, I wanted to bring this out into our shed out here where our deep freezers are. And I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place, because we have our big doors right here. Our big doors that we can open up, and I can take the plants out easily to harden them off whenever they're ready to go out into the garden area. I know that we needed to pick up in here some. It was fairly clean because we've done this before. Most recently we cleaned up in here, but there were still a few things, and for some reason in my mind it needed a lot of picking up, and there wasn't space for this. But there's a lot of space in here for this. So our shelving unit did not come with casters. I didn't even think about it at the time for some reason, which I usually would. I guess usually the ones we buy do come with casters, so I didn't think about it. But I bought these from Home Depot. The threading might be a little too small. Or not the threading itself, but the threading part. It might be too narrow in diameter, but it should at least fit in the hole, which I'm fine with. I'll just be opening this door and maneuvering this out right before the ramp, because I don't want to risk going down the ramp with it, and that should get enough sunlight in to harden these off. So I also have a bunch of plants that I need to try to pot up. They have gotten too big for their soil blocks. I'm going to try to put them in some bigger pots that I have. I think I got these off of Amazon. I'll show you here in a bit. So let me get these casters on this thing though, because it'll be a lot easier to maneuver with casters. I'm definitely going to need to get the bigger casters for this, because they're too wobbly inside. I thought that maybe the stems would be long enough that it wouldn't matter so much, but they just kind of slip out. So I'm gonna have to get those. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. It feels so much better out here. It's a nice breeze. It's blowing in the storm. I feel like we've had so many storms. As usual, I have my potting mix over here. It's slightly damp, and I'm going to fill up my pots, and after I put my plants in them, I'm going to water them again. A ton of these, and some red solo cups because those come in handy. And then I bought a pack of these off of Amazon a couple years ago, and they come in real handy. Bought a lot of these. I don't remember if it was like 50 or 100 of them. These are my brandywines. These look sad. I need to water them. They've been growing so fast and drying out really fast. I think they've been drying out really fast because it's been warm in the house. Also, these got super leggy. So all these little hairs, I'm going to save this guy. All these little hairs are potential roots. So I'm going to bury it a lot deeper than it obviously is here. So since it was leggy, that's going to help us, and it's going to help promote more root growth. So it'll be a stronger plant. And so we can get some water into these guys. And I need to put something under them when they're on that.
Oh my God. How long till she's in it? Is that enough water?
Oh, yeah, it should be good.
Think that hen's done hatching out eggs?
Possibly. How you doing?
And the water. What do you think, Mom?
Let that happen. And aromas are the ones that have really grown up. That whole second plant right there, tiny but mighty. So this one is super long, and if I plant it all the way at the bottom, it's going to be sticking out a lot from the top. I don't want that, and I want it to have a strong root system. So I'm actually going to lay it like this, where it curves. That way, this will actually be established going this way. More roots will come out, and once I get it in the ground, it'll be, this part will be standing up, and there'll be lots of roots coming out from here. So it'll have like a really strong root system, and it won't be so floppy. And I probably could have done that to more of those that are established. And I'm just slightly curving it in there, and I just broke this stem off so slowly. A slight curve. Packing the Look how well our tomato plants are doing. They are so much better now that I've potted them up and given them water. And then everybody's doing really well. So that is just lovely. And that sunflower is just getting bigger and bigger. I really need to plant more